speaker is Professor Dr. Sri Ilham Lubis she is going to talk to us about the role of the Indonesian government in the presentation of teaching Hajj worships to Indonesian Hajjis. Professor Dr. Sri Ilham Lubis is from the Ministry of Religious Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia. I would like to thank you for organizing this event. We wish the support of Allah in every organization of ours. Distinguished moderator, Mr. Saleh, distinguished participants, may the God's blessing, greeting be upon you. At the outset, I would like to thank the President of the Presidency of the Religious Affairs of the Republic of Turkey. I would like to thank the personnel of the Presidency for organizing this symposium. I wish that this symposium becomes a gracious one, a successful one for the Islam Ummah. Of course, we are going to discuss the role of the Indonesian government in the education and guidance activities for pilgrims. I'm going to try to give you details. As you know, Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of the Islamic religion. It is farz for every Muslim who has the mental spiritual capacity and the physical capacity as well. So this is an ibadah where your soul, your body should fully take part in, and you should do this once in your lifetime. In 1945, the Indonesian government started to organize such guidance and education activities. In 2019, there was an amendment in our regulation in Article 8, and many decisions followed after that, amendment in Article 8. In line with those decisions, the government started to be engaged in education guidance and awareness raising activities, and started to protect the rights of the pilgrims in this regard. Indonesian government attaches great importance to Hajj and Hajj organization, and our aim here is to make sure that the pilgrims perform their Hajj duty in a more comfortable environment under more feasible conditions. There are many Hajj instructions that our ministry publishes, and we have produced such instructions so that all the details concerning Hajj ibadahs are explained. The Hajj organization in Indonesia is quite an important task, and when compared to other countries, we can say that Indonesian government has achieved great success in the organization of Hajj. 221,000 pilgrims is the total number of pilgrims from our country. So we are talking about an activity with a large scope. Culturally speaking, of course, we focus our attention on the cultural dimensions of the Hajj ibadat in our awareness raising and training activities provided to pilgrims. For the pilgrims to be able to perform Hajj in a better manner and with more awareness, we try to make sure that our pilgrims perform Hajj without being dependent on other people, as per the Islamic rules. As you may know, dear brothers and sisters, Indonesian government provides certain different trainings to pilgrims. we have regional directorates, and these regional directorates have training centers where such trainings are provided. Hajj conditions, Hajj wajibs, Hajj farz, all of such details are taught to pilgrims, prospective pilgrims. We provide information about Saudi Arabia as a country, and as well as the services provided to pilgrims after their arrival. We provide information about the travel, what they should do before the travel, during the travel as well. And we provide information to them about what they should do during their stay in Saudi Arabia. So such training and guidance activities go on during their stay in Saudi Arabia as well. In addition to such activities, the whole society, different NGOs, different organizations are engaged in such training activities as well. In other words, guidance and education activities and such institutions are working in cooperation, in communication with the education and guidance institutions in Saudi Arabia. So they work in solidarity so that the services are provided in the best manner possible, and we follow up those kinds of cooperation as well. Sorry. We have an office in Mecca and Medina. That's how we establish communication with the authorities in Saudi Arabia. Most of the time, the pilgrims may face some problems from time to time. So, in order to resolve these problems, we take action, because sometimes the pilgrims don't understand such potential problems. Sometimes the time is not enough to inform them of every detail before their departure. In this regard, we try to make sure that enough time is allocated to training and guidance activities for the pilgrims. In that manner, we have to plan in a timely manner, and the Indonesian government is planning such guidance activities in a timely manner. To give you an example, there is a guidance person, a person in charge of training and guidance for each group of pilgrims, and this person is assigned by the government. We have 221,000 pilgrims, and we have more than 550 groups of pilgrims. Of course, these groups of pilgrims are provided with guidance activities from the early beginning till the time that they become a pilgrim. They are accompanied by such people assigned by the government, and they are guided in this regard. They have the possibility to ask questions to such people assigned by the government in order to provide correct guidance to the pilgrims about anything, which may be accommodation, which may be transportation, or about stoning the devil, or Arafah. For every detail that is related to the Hajj, we give them information and training about every detail concerning Hajj which may come to your mind. To be able to perform Hajj more properly, we also assign females in charge of guidance activities. And the groups of pilgrims who are provided with such guidance or training activities, they undergo language trainings. They undergo a training where they are provided with cultural pieces of information as well. Of course, the guidance people who are providing guidance, and the trainers are, of course, experts and specialized people, so that there is no detail which is missed out. For about a year, such awareness activities go on throughout the year, and the training or guidance activities provided to the elderly are a bit different from those provided to the young people. Most of the time, if it is the elderly people, we keep the language accordingly. We sometimes repeat the information, and electronic platforms are also used to provide education, guidance and training, or we use small meeting venues for this purpose as well. We make use of every tool which may come to your mind to be able to provide these pieces of information. Some people believe that Umrah should be performed 7 times. This is misinformation. Of course, we try to give the messages that such piece of information are wrong and it is misinformation and misleading. We give such messages during our guidance and training activities. We try to correct such misleading pieces of information which are very common among the people. Whenever there is a fault that a person makes during the Hajj, a sheep or a goat has to be sacrificed for forgiveness, and we organize this as well. We organize the time for stoning the devil as well. It means that we need a training strategy. It is evident that we need a training strategy for this, and I wanted to explain you that strategy as much as I could. Choosing the right methodology is significantly important for the provision of such trainings. We should, of course, avoid using improper language or inappropriate language. We have to organize the trainings so that all the prospective pilgrims can participate in with ease. Access to the venue of the education or training should not be a problem for them. We also pay attention to such details as well. When providing such trainings, of course, you need to define a strategy and equip yourself with the necessary tools and mechanisms to be able to provide the training that you planned. It is significantly important that the prospective pilgrims understand your messages properly. When it comes to the directing people as a group or guiding them as a group, managing groups is very important, because sometimes we are talking about groups of 45 people, and in such cases it may be difficult to manage them, or in such a case we divide them into small groups, or we have groups of 11 people as well. So we divide people into smaller groups so that the trainings can be provided in a more efficient manner, so that people can ask questions in an interactive manner. In addition, guidance activities are officially provided to prospective pilgrims by the Ministry of Religious Affairs in the centers that we identify. We organize sessions in this respect. It is not just providing information to people and waiting for people to listen to you. It's not just that. We would like to make sure that they get the opportunity to ask questions during the trainings. Of course, guidance has 4 methods. The first one can be held in a discussion format. where people discuss things collectively, or you participate in a lecture style training to listen to the information. Mrs. Lubis, could you please give a you have 2 minutes left. Thank you very much. So, in my opinion, for the Hajj to be performed properly, we needed to develop a strategy. It is important that we adapt our strategy, training strategy, according to the ages of people, of prospective pilgrims. So it is not one single training module provided to all age groups, and it should be held, such training activities should be held throughout the year, not just a couple of days before their departure. So sometimes they make a mistake during their Hajj, and it causes their Hajj not to be accepted by the God. So in order to avoid such strategies, such things are very important. And third point that I would like to raise is the qualification, certification of the trainers. Our trainers should be qualified, specialized in fiqh or Islamic jurisprudence, and they should be certified to train prospective pilgrims. This is going to be the end of my presentation. I would like to thank you for your attention. May God's blessing be upon you.